What's up, deckheads? Welcome back to MTG with me. It's the Gainswalker. Been a really long time since I last made a video. I apologize. I barely made it out of Pennsylvania. That took a lot longer than I thought it would. I'm gonna go ahead and do a premiere draft for the new set, Wilds of Eldraine. Looks like it's already out on MTGA, so love to see that. And if I can get enough gems from that, then I'm going to try to do a sealed as well, but we'll see how it goes. A lot of good cards in this set. If you haven't checked out the tier list yet, do it. A lot of good stuff on there. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get to the build right now. First pack, Talion's Messenger, 3-drop, 1/3 flyer. Whenever you attack with one or more fairies, draw a card, and then discard a card. When you discard a card this way, put a +1/+1. Alright, so that would be a very tribal version there. Season of Growth, 2-drop. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under control, scry. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature, draw a card. That's really good. But I don't know if we should pull that one. I like the flyer. I think that's probably going to be better. 4/4 for 4. Very green, though. Let's see. Charade of Numbing Depths. 4-drop. ETB, tap target creature and opponent controls, put a stun on it. Whenever you tap one or more untapped creatures your opponent's control, draw a card only once a turn. I like that. It's a 4-drop, 2/3. A little light on the power toughness, actually. Alright, let's go with the flyer, and we'll hope to see Season of Growth come back around. Maybe we do like a Simic thing. My first impression there. Raid Bombardment. 3-drop. Each creature you control with power 2 or less attacks. Raid. Deals 1 damage to each player or planeswalker that controls whenever a creature you control. Alright, so if we did like a Boros thing, that would be amazing. 1/1 for 1 haste. When he dies, create a 1/1. Okay. Kind of see what's going on here. Destroy target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 1/1 white human token. Okay. Tap target creature and opponent controls. Put 3 stun counters on it. Scry 2. I like that. Little fly over the top. Stun the stuff on the bottom. That might be our move. For now, we'll keep it mono blue. Impact Tremors. 2-drop. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under control, deals 1 damage to each opponent. Okay, maybe do like an Izzet thing. Can do that. Mocking Sprite would go well with what we're doing. Grabby Giant, 4-drop, 4/3, create a treasure token. So a little bit of ramp. Just a little. Alright, stopgap for 2 less to cast. Return target non-land permanent, draw a card. That's expensive for that. Alright, we'll do the 3-drop, 2/1 flying. Instant sorceries cost less. Now that's not amazing because we're in a draft, but the flying over the top, that can be good. And the freeze in place, I like that. Curse roll token, scry 2. Copies, spell CMC 3 or less. I mean, that could be good. Whenever you cast a spell with 5 or greater, that's not likely to happen. Okay. I'm going to go with the freeze in place, and we're just going to stack those up. That can be really annoying. 2-drop, 1/3. Mill 4, put an instant or sorcery or fairy among them into your hand. Okay, I mean, I guess. Quick Study, like Divinity, or Divination, I'm sorry. That could be 3, draw 2, very common. Alright, this is when it ETBs, creatures get +1/+0 in haste. Okay, that's, I mean, mid to late game if you want to use that with other stuff. Create 2/2 knights with vigilance for 5. Get out of here. How that's a common. That is not an uncommon. That's disgusting. Alright, we'll keep going with the flying. Bitter Chill. Tap enchanted creature doesn't untap during its untap step. Put in a graveyard from the battlefield. You pay 1, scry 1, draw a card. I like that. Galvanic Giant, 4-drop. For 7, draw 4, discard 2, or creature Cast spell with CMC 5 or greater. Yeah, that's I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. Nothing too amazing here. I'm gonna go with Bitter Chill. So right now we're just focusing on freezing and flying, and hopefully the next packs will be better. These were not great packs. Okay. 3-drop 3/2. That's not bad. Create a roll token. Okay. I'm gonna go with the 4/4 for 5 flyer, just because. 1/1 for 1. Matches the theme of what we're doing. Wow, we really did not get much here. Targets a creature you control. Alright, so that's not going to help us with our stuns. Wow. Deals 2 damage to target creature. Tap target creature. I'm going to go with the creature. Reach 2/4 for 4. Plunge into winter. Tap up to 1 target creature. Scry 1. Draw a card. Alright, so we're definitely doing like an Azurius thing. We really didn't get much in that first pack, and those packs did not look good. So, this event doesn't use a sideboard, so we're really just trying to make a quick, basic deck with what we got. Water Wings. Okay, cool. Charming Scoundrel. Haste when it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Alright, I like that already. That's pretty solid. 2-drop. Ice Out seems good for counters. Nothing else really jumps out here in this pack. I definitely like, we'll probably do an American thing. That's a really good 2-drop. Let's take a look at our curve. 2.5, 10 creatures. We're doing alright with the creature count. Instant sorceries cost less, sure. What's this guy? Gruff Triplets. Enters battlefield. If it isn't a token, create 2 tokens that are copies of it. When it dies, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to its power on each creature named that. Okay. I mean, that's good, but that's a very specific CMC, and that kind of stuff will really hurt you in a draft. So we'll avoid that. Kindled Heroism. First strike. Alright, so it's like coming in hot. I guess we'll stick with the flying, because that's kind of like what we're doing here. Alright, 1-drop 2/1. Okay. Sack it. Attach to that could be very good, actually. Ground Seal. Enters battlefield, draw a card. Cards of graveyards can't be targets to spells or abilities. Oh, I remember that card. That's a fun one. Definitely can stop a lot of decks with just 1 card. Moment of Valor. Untapped target creature gets +1/+0 indestructible. I like that. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. That might be better. I'm gonna go with the red spell for now. Relentless Vinestalk. This is one of the lands that turns into a creature, which could be good, but the Boros one is definitely better. Okay. Whenever it attacks 5/5, trample, but it turns something else with base power 3/3. So that's pretty neat. But we're not doing that. Let's do Quick Study. Alright, Food Fight, 2-drop. Artifacts have 2, sack it, deal 1 damage, plus the number of Food Fight tokens you have there. So that's not likely going to be helpful. Spells that are counterspell unless its controller pays 2, plus 1 for each fairy. Alright, so that matches the theme of what we're doing. So that'll help a lot. Burning Seas. Enchant land. Enters battlefield, draw a card. Each enchanted land is an island. I mean, you can do that early to your opponent and really piss them off. But I don't think that you get much value out of it. It's 2 enchant land, draw a card. That's basically what you're doing. It'll slow them down for a little. Flying Word 2. When the Archive Dragon enters the battlefield, scry 2. Yeah, that's the one. Little flying there. Forced Fruition. 6-drop. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player draws 7 cards. That will win you a draft. Just because if they want to play something, they mill themselves out. It's so fast. I don't know why nobody picked that. That's pretty funny. You gotta pick it. That's a 6. It's late, but that's that can be really funny. All right, Dragon Mantle. Enchant creature. When Dragon Mantle enters battlefield, draw a card. It gives it fire breathing for 1. That's pretty nuts. Especially because we have flyers, so getting over the top, that'll be a really big help. Break the spell. Destroy target enchantment. Permanent controller token was destroyed this way. Draw a card. Not as crazy. 4-drop 2/3 flyer. It's also fairy. That'll also help with the deck. 2-drop 1/3. Put target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard on top of your library. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery, +2/+0 till end of turn. That can only be so good. Let's do break the spell, just to have a little variety. Okay, that's a 3/1 for 2 or a 3/4. Let's do that. ETB, draw a card, 1 tap, add mana of any color. Okay, so basically helps with mana fixing a little bit. And last pack here, what do we got? Sir Ginger, oh yes. That was one of the ones I thought was really funny. Like, the artwork is great. 2-drop, has trample, hexproof, haste as long as the opponent is a planeswalker, so that's probably not going to happen. Whenever another artifact you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, so in my standard deck, I'm using Facebreaker, so that'll happen a lot. It'll get a lot of +1/+1 counters and scry, and I already have scry, so that's pretty strong. I like it anyway. I'm going to grab that. And then we'll hope to see Into the Fae Court come around. Now there's a comment, so there'll probably be more of those. Another land. The artwork is so great. I love that. And the borders on some of these are really cool. Alright, back to it. 24 seconds here. 3/4 flyer for 5. That's kind of the theme here. Garruk's Uprising. Power 4 or greater. Not going to see a lot of those. Alright, so we could have another 3/3 ETB, create a royal token, okay, or a 1-drop 1/1 ETB, you may pay 2 when you do tap target creature and opponent controls, put a stun counter. That's kind of what we're doing here. We're just going to stun stuff and keep them tapped. Waste not, 2-drop. Whenever opponent discards a land, add 2 swamp. Huh, that's neat. I mean, if mono block wasn't already good, like crazy good, they get even more stuff. I don't see much. Reach. Why not? 2-drop 1/3 reach deals damage to blocking. Knightly Valor. ETB created 2/2 Night Vigilance. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has Vigilance. It's pretty good. Destroy target tapped creature. That could be really good. And it's a 4-drop 3/3 flyer. I really like that. Copy enchantment. You may have copy enchantment in the battlefield as a copy of any enchantment. Alright, I mean that's pretty straightforward. Glass Casket, ETB target, exile target creature and opponent controls with 3 or less until it leaves. That's a very popular card. What's this? Nah, we'll go back with the exile. That one's a little better. There was an Izzet card there that kind of looked like it was alright, but it's not that great. It's a 2/4 for 4. Hatching plans is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, draw 3. Okay, so you'd have to find a way to remove it. Let's go with the reach. Repercussion, 3-drop. Whenever a creature is dealt damage, Repercussion deals that much damage to that creature's controller. I don't know if that's going to be good or not. Gnawing Crescendo looks good. Compulsion. Oh, into the Fae Court. Came back around, so we'll grab that. Draw 3, create a 1/1 fairy with flying. This creature can block only creatures with flying. Oh, it's actually not as good as I thought. Alright, moving on. Tap up to 1 target creature, scry 1, draw a card. That's kind of like what we're doing, so we'll do that. Deals X damage to target creature, where X is 2 plus the number of cards in your graveyard that are instances and sorcery is not likely. Alright, so we're just going to keep it pretty simple here. We're going to basically use flyers and kind of a tap-down mechanic to control the board state. And now that we have our list, we're going to take everything out that isn't a creature. And then we're going to thin that down to about 17. And we're going to add in the stuff that complements the creature list that we curated. So that's the plan. We've got 23 creatures. That's not bad. As far as the list that we got for American here, it's pretty good. So our biggest hitting creature is a 6-drop, 4/6 flying, ward 2, ETB scry 2. That's pretty solid for a flyer. Really big fan of that. I think if we can keep that alive, it'll do well for us. Obria's Attendance. This is a 3/4 for 5 flying. 4/4 for 5 flying. Now, that doesn't necessarily fit the theme, but we do need some big hitters. I like the Adventure. This 2-drop Adventure allows us to make a creature a 1/1 base power and toughness. And that could be really huge, especially with the whole tap-down stuff. Really control. We're frogging them. So we'll keep those. Destroy target tap. Awesome, we tap stuff. That could be really good. Gets +1/+0 and has lifelink as long as 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield. 4-drop 2/3. That might go. It fits the theme, but we could do without that. ETB, create a treasure token. That's kind of cool, but not amazing. Does help with ramp. We'll come back to that. Actually, let's get it out for now. 4 flying, 1/3. Sir Ginger definitely keeping. 1/3, 2. It's a 2-drop 1/3 with reach. Whenever it blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, deals 1 damage to it. I kind of like that. Skewer Slinger. ETB, discard a card, draw a card, create a treasure token. Actually, that might be worth, if we have the treasure tokens, getting out something like that early. Wicked Roll attached to a target creature. Okay. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, put 2/+1. Those are gone. Doesn't even fit the theme. Armory Mice. Let's see, we've got 19. We need to get rid of 2 more. I think those are the 2 we're going to get rid of. It's 2-drop 3/1. It'll become a 3/3 as long as 2 or more non-land permanents. So, I mean, yeah, it's good, but I don't think it's worth putting in the deck for what we're doing. Alright, and our curve is a 2.9. It's not bad, 17 creatures. So now we're going to take a look at our non-creature spells and see what we can add to complement the list that we just made. I think Dragon Mantle is going to be crazy because fire breathing, big plus, especially flying over the top. Really stops people from trying to swing in on you because you can pump to get a difference. It also lets you draw a card for 1. Big fan of that. Force Fruition, we talked about that. That will win you the game. It's very late, right? So turn 6. They're down to... so they draw the 7, they take 6, that's 13. They'll have 27 cards left. And then every spell... It says whenever an opponent casts a spell, that's any spell, that player draws 7 cards. So yeah, it's going to let them draw a lot. But if you can create a board state that just allows you to chop, I didn't see a whole bunch of trample in those cards. So that might be really good. I think we'll have that in. So I'm thinking Dragon Mantle, Force Fruition, Quick Study, Water Wings until end of turn. Target creature you control has base power and toughness 4/4 gains flying and hexproof. I do like the hexproof part. That might be worth playing. Spell Stutter seems good too. Just because that's the theme of the deck. Freeze in Place is great. Alright, so let's think about this. We're not worried about them playing spells. We want them to play stuff, mill themselves out, tap the stuff down they have, and fly over the top. That's kind of the goal. Bitter Chill enters battlefield, tap creature, doesn't attempt during its control, okay. And then if they find a way to remove it, pay 1, scry 1, draw a card. That's not as great. Tap, target creature and opponent controls, put 3 stun counters on it, scry 2. That's just amazing. Those 2 are in. Glass Casket can be very good. That's in. Now we need 3 more. Alright, so Gnawing Crescendo, 3-drop. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1. That can't block. So that's kind of cool. It's like a board buff, fly over the top. For 3, add instant speed. So there's that. These 1/1s though, coming over the top, turn it into a 4/4, will really take a toll on my opponent. Also the hexproof can really make them waste mana, turn something into a 4/4 like that with hexproof. Oh, okay. I think we do Dragon Mantle for the draw and the pumps. And I need 2 more. I think Water Wings. Fake seems like we could use it. But it's 5, draw 3, it's sorcery speed. Create 1/1/1 flyer. That's not amazing. I thought it was a little bit more amazing than that. When I read it, I was trying to remember what it was from when I did the tier list, and that's not what I remember. I thought it was like they become unblockable, and we have a bunch of fairies. So, Quick Study could be good. I think we do Water Wings, or we could do Quick Study and Spell Stutter. That's tough. Let's do Quick Study, Spell Stutter, and then if we think it's not working the way that we want to, we could switch it in between matches. Curve is 2.7. 17 creatures, 17 lands. Let's take a look at those lands real quick, just to make sure. And what I'm doing right now is I'm going to take a look at these mana symbols. It looks like we're kind of spread over. More of an Izzet to begin, and an Azurius end kind of thing. So, we definitely need mountains. Definitely need islands. Plains, I don't know if I hate doing 4 of. 4 of to me is not enough. But actually, let me think about this. I just realized this is mainly an Izzet deck. I've got Glass Casket. And now our mana is fixed, but we're short a creature. So let's see what we could throw in. We got to keep it Izzet though. So we could throw in 2-drop, 2/1. Nah, that's not good. Or a 3-drop, 2/3. I think that's it. One of them. Alright, so 17 creatures. And we could still put one more non-creature in. Maybe Bitter Chill then, just to tap down something. Shoot, I mean, now we could put in Force Fruition now. That would work. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player draws 7 cards. You gotta be able to handle what they're gonna throw at you, but it's possible. Gnawing Crescendo though. Let's put in Gnawing Crescendo, but then if we feel like we're building board states better than our opponents, then we'll throw in Force Fruition and see how that goes. Alright, now our curve is 2.7. Awesome. Made it an Izzet deck instead of an American. That's so much better. We just have double blue by turn 5. Solid. Much better than just adding a third color for 2 cards. Don't want to do that. And that is going to do it for the build. I do appreciate you. And as always, watch these games, get those gains, and walk those planes. Until next time, deckheads, keep it easy.